Welcome to Toastmasters in Cars, Getting Breakfast. This is a special edition because I am in the city of Denver. Welcome to the Gaylord Rockies Resort and Convention Center, where we are having the Toastmasters International Convention. My guest is Chic Program Quality Director for District 68, which covers the state of Louisiana, Texas, and a little portion of Mississippi. Welcome to Toastmasters in Convention, Getting Breakfast. So Chic.
Yes, Noel.
We are here at the Toastmasters International Convention in Denver, the lovely Mile High City. And we are here with a bunch of other people that are part of the district leadership for each of our districts.
Yep.
What district do you belong to?
District 68, which is basically the state of Louisiana, with a sliver of Texas and a sliver of Mississippi.
So we're talking about the eastern part of Texas?
Very eastern. There's one town in Texas, Beaumont, that is in District 68. And then just this little part of Mississippi, which there are no clubs in yet.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, how about the Mississippi one?
There are no clubs in Mississippi. There are no District
but,
68 clubs in Mississippi yet.
Oh, is it like a small piece?
Yeah, it's just a little sliver.
Okay, and your role for district leadership is?
I'm Program Quality Director this year.
Which means what? Because I know I'm a Program Quality Director, but we're a nice, wonderful audience.
Well, Program Quality Director ensures that we have great training for all of our club officers and our area directors and our division directors, and also to ensure quality in the clubs, make sure that the clubs are running smoothly, that they're growing not only in number, but in they're meeting their goals.
Okay. Now, how long have you been in Toastmasters?
8 years.
8 years, wow. So time has flown by.
It has indeed.
What roles have you served in district leadership?
I have been an area director, a division director, club growth director, and now program quality.
So you pretty much checked off the list.
Well, the things I haven't done are the finance manager and administration manager.
Oh, and public relations manager.
And public relations.
My history is a little bit different because I never served as an area director.
Okay.
I went from public relations manager to division director. I know, it's weird. It's a long story.
Yeah.
Longer than a YouTube video, but
okay.
But I met you the first time last year when
Yes.
we had the convention at our hometown in the Chicago area.
Yes. And loved it.
Loved it. So what'd you think of our city?
I loved Chicago. Unfortunately, I didn't get to spend as much time sightseeing and being a tourist as I like to. We spent most of the time at the hotel in the conference.
That was the first lesson you learned as a district trio.
Yes. Yes.
Like, we can't have fun. We actually have.
Well, actually, I've decided that if I go to Paris next year, I'm actually going to make sure I'm there for an extra week, so that I do get to do that as well as.
Note to self:
yes,
stay an extra week before
Yes.
or after.
Yes, I would never forgive myself if I went to Paris and didn't see them lose.
Okay. Tell me about your experiences as a district leader. Was it something that you were planning to?
Actually, no. My plan was to continue to compete in the speech contests.
Really?
And my mentor actually told me, whatever you do, don't let Toastmasters swallow you up into leadership. So being the rebellious individual I am, after I'd gone to the semifinals in Las Vegas in 2015, they asked me the next year if I would get involved in the
Or was it they were taking out the competition so you wouldn't compete?
right.
Okay, that's
Right.
what it was. That kind of happened.
Right.
So you actually competed on the World Champion of Public Speaking semifinals.
I did.
Wow.
I
Okay,
did.
tell me, Chris, because
So
that's something I could never ever
Well, I tell people that I placed 4th in my semifinals because they only announced the first 3 spots, so nobody knows who came in after that.
I like how you're thinking in that.
But when I came back, people asked me what was the greatest thing that I learned. And I said the thing I learned was that I belonged there. I felt like there was nobody that was that much better than I was, and that I fit right in with everybody. And actually, that was my first inkling into what leadership was about, because I met a lot of people who were in leadership while I was there. That was my first time at an international conference.
Now, when you were competing, did you ever think, nah, I'm not good enough to make it? But I mean, you made it to the semifinals.
To be honest with you, no. My story is pretty interesting. Within a month of being in Toastmasters, I competed and won in my club contest. I competed in one of my area contests. I competed in one of my division contests, and I went to district and placed second. And I thought, this is going to be a piece of cake.
Yeah, this you can see everybody.
And then it took me 4 more years to get back to the district. So
wow, so right from when we started, then there was a 4 or 5 year gap, and then you were in the world semifinals right there.
Yes.
And then leadership.
Yes.
Do you ever take a break?
No. No. They kind of hint to you when you first get into leadership that it's going to be, well, you know, but it'll probably take you about 10 hours a week to do it.
No to everybody.
That's not true.
Not true, but well worth the extra time.
But I will say this. Since moving up in leadership, they've doubled my salary every year.
You know, people wish that they could double their salary.
Absolutely.
Easiest way you can double salary. Hi. I might even turn the camera and sit over that side too, because you know me, doing all the interviews.
It's all good, brother. It's all good.
So you spent a lot of time. What is the one thing that you get out the most when you say, you know, leadership? Because this is something I didn't expect myself to do too.
I guess learning, you know, when you come into Toastmasters, they tell you it's about communication and leadership skills. I came in only desiring the communication skills. But one of the things I've learned is that the leadership skills are even stronger. Learning how to communicate and lead, not just in Toastmasters, but at home, in my community, on my job when I had one. I'm retired now.
You're retired. Okay, I was going to ask you.
And
what was your job before?
I was a stagehand for 30 years.
A stagehand.
A stagehand. I did Broadway shows and conventions. And
in New Orleans?
In New Orleans.
Wow.
And I traveled a little bit.
Okay, I have to ask you this question because mid-year training is going to be at your home district.
Yes, it is.
Can we hang out?
You can absolutely hang out. You can absolutely hang out.
I think I'll plan on taking a day before, so it's like I want to stop by and get something from Cafe Du Monde. I want to get my muffaletta. I always have like my checklist of stuff to get.
But then I'll take you to places where tourists don't normally go.
Something, does that involve with the wonderful alligator stuff? Because that's yummy.
We can have alligator if you want, but that's really not.
That's not what you're talking about. Not crawfish. No.
Oh yeah, crawfish. We'll definitely do crawfish.
Crawfish boils.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes.
I went to New Orleans for Katrina cleanup way back when. That's over a decade ago.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
12 years ago.
So we were there 2 years after it happened because we kept on coming. Best experience that I had in the sense of understanding that community needs everybody else. Where were you when that happened?
For Katrina?
Yes.
Well, we left the Sunday before. We generally didn't leave for hurricanes, but when I looked and saw that hurricane encompassed the entire Gulf of Mexico, I said, we're out of here. So we left on what we would call a hurrication, which means you leave for a couple days till the hurricane passes and then you come back. But we went to Augusta, Georgia to visit my brother-in-law and wound up there for 2.5 years because our home was completely destroyed.
Okay, yeah. For me, it was, I had a priest, Father Ernie, God rest his soul. He's an amazing guy, and he would tell me every time they would go to the Florida Keys or the Florida area and hurricane warning, hurricane watch, whatever it is, and it's like, we just gotta move when it's close by.
Yep.
And then come back.
Yep.
That's all what it is.
That's it.
I guess it's the same experience as us Midwesterners with tornadoes.
The only difference is, with a hurricane, you have a little more warning.
Yeah, ours is like it'll hit this, but not that.
Right.
I grew up in California, so mine was, oh, it's another earthquake, go back to bed.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that was a 4 or 5.
Yeah. You know, people ask all the time after that, how can you live there, knowing that you're 3 feet below sea level and hurricanes come through there? Where are you going to live on the earth where you don't have sunlight?
Good point.
You go to the Midwest, you got tornadoes. You go to the West Coast, you got forest fires and earthquakes. You go to the northern, you got blizzards. I mean, wherever you go, you're going to have.
Well, the first thing that I learned when my parents asked me about living in the Midwest was, how can you live in the Midwest? And I tell them, if it's too cold, you stay indoors. If it snows too much, you stay indoors. If it's too hot, you stay indoors. If it's raining way too much, you stay indoors. Problem solved.
So nobody ever goes outside.
Well, the majority of our weather, yes. And you probably heard that terminology that we say that we only have 2 seasons. It's winter and then construction.
Right.
Because we have all that.
Right.
Well, I can't thank you enough for being
You're welcome.
part of this. And
My pleasure.
I guess it's not really Toastmasters in Cars getting breakfast, but it's Toastmasters in Convention.
I'm down with that.
Well, I'll let you enjoy your breakfast.
Thank you, Noel.
Thank you so much.
Hi, thank you so much for watching Toastmasters in Convention having breakfast. Make sure you click on the like button, subscribe, and hit the bell. And as Toastmasters, we love feedback. So make sure you comment below. Again, thank you so much. Bye.